Thank you for such a warm introduction, Lenny. And let me take a second and thank you for being such a friend and mentor over the years. She kind of underplayed that interaction we had when I was a senior or junior, and I was trying to decide if I should be student body president or study abroad, and she saw something in me that I didn't understand, so I did choose to study abroad, met a lot of friends, and kind of expanded my worldview as a result. So thank you, Lenny, for being a friend. Let me take a second also to acknowledge President Staten and his leadership. As a business leader, I have been quite impressed with the strategic plan and all the big changes that have happened in such a short time at PC. So thank you, President Staten. And I know we're all pleased to have you and honored for your leadership. Well, it goes without saying, but I'm honored to accept this award. It didn't feel like that long ago that I was here on this campus, just 10 years. And so it's an honor to come back and reflect on the last 10 years, but also the 4 years I spent on campus. Yesterday, Lenny invited me to come speak to students and faculty about my experience since PC. So I got to share some things I've learned over the years in media. It's kind of a crazy story, so I'll save that for later. But I'm not often asked how I came to PC or how I chose PC. So my brother was a PC student before me, so one could assume that I came because my brother was a student. Well, I was a little bit of a rebel, as my parents know, and so I think they were a little surprised that I chose PC after my brother had just been here. And so it wasn't him, he wasn't the reason exactly why I chose PC. John W. Callahan was a class of 1952, if anyone remembers him. Randy, I think you do. And talk about being proud of PC. He was the Pickens County, South Carolina cheerleader for PC, if I've ever seen one. Every year he would organize a lunch, talk about some inspiration for how to be an advocate for PC in your communities. Every year he would call all the high schools in Pickens County and ask all the guidance counselors who has accepted PC or who's interested in PC, and he would organize this lunch and take all the seniors in high school out. So I was in middle school at the time, and he started calling the house to organize my brother, who had just been accepted into PC, who was 4 years older than me, to join this lunch. Well, if you know John Callahan, he wasn't one to have a short conversation. He liked to talk, and so did I. And so he and I just hit it off on the phone. He would call the house phone, and somehow I was, an hour later, still talking to this 1952 grad of PC. I don't know. And so he and I immediately bonded and became very close. He was the one who convinced me to come to PC. He attended football games with me. I would take him out to the fraternity houses. He liked that. I would take him shopping before, so we all looked good. He attended my senior presentation. He came to my graduation. And so he was a huge part of my story, and not one I get to tell very much. Unfortunately, Mr. Callahan passed away a few years ago, so I would like to accept this award in his honor today. Thank you so much.